you are someone who is completely committed to your client outcomes and you're thinking, hey, I can probably help my clients faster because that just makes me feel good about myself. It makes you feel great so that you can accomplish something and you can be known as someone who gets fast results, which increases your perceived value for your potential clients, and they're more likely they're going to go to someone who can give them results sooner than later, right? That's what we want. We want things to be faster. And so if you want amazing client results, then I have 3 tips for you to help speed up your breakthroughs. And a lot of them, or all 3 of them actually, don't take that long to implement, but you do need to do it consistently in your sessions. So the first one is something called conscious tasking after your client session. So what this means is that after your session, you are going to have a conscious task for your clients that has everything to do with what you talked about within that session. If you did the therapeutic work and the change work process, then what is one task that your client can do that comes from them, by the way? It's not you assigning them. Like, it's not you saying, hey, listen to this audio for 30 days and relax yourself for 30 days. That's not what conscious tasking is. What conscious tasking is, you have gone through your interview, you've asked the questions, you've maybe gone through some somatic processing. Maybe the client also has had a lot of unconscious expressions come up. You've helped them to resolve their problem and they feel freaking amazing after your session. And at the end, you're like, okay, so what's one thing that you can do to make the biggest difference? And that is the conscious task that they do. That is what conscious tasking is. So definitely have your clients think of that. It is not a you thing, it is a client thing. Is it a client-led conscious task? What this does, is that it allows all the unconscious work that you have done within the session. It allows the unconscious mind to process, plus the conscious task is what brings back consciousness on board, which is very, very important. Some people are like, fuck the conscious mind, that's not helpful. And yes, it is not very helpful when it comes to actually fully solving the problem. However, conscious tasking is good for everyday life after your session. Once you've untied the knots and you've gotten to the root or roots of the problem, then the conscious mind bringing it back is going to be very useful for that integration, because those two need to get along really well in order for your client to thrive. So first, do conscious tasking. Number 2 is to have your clients prioritize self-care afterwards, like immediately. And of course, the long term is good. But after your session, you want to ensure your clients prioritize sleep, hydration, nutrition afterwards, like at least a week of attempting to do these amazing things. Why? Because that just makes sense. If you are actually doing deep unconscious work, their body is going to feel the difference. True unconscious work, true nervous system work that actually gets deep into old patterns is going to be very powerful for clients, and it affects their visceral organs, literally, if you did a great job. So by asking your clients to sleep, by asking them to hydrate, by ensuring that they are supporting themselves nutritionally, is going to set them up for success. I don't care what everyone says. Hypnosis, even though I'm a trainer, hypnosis is not the be all end all. You can hypnotize your clients or whatever it is that you do, whatever method you use. You can help them do that time and time and time again. But if the body is not supported through sleep, through nutrition, through hydration, they are not going to thrive. This is the bare minimum of change work. Sleeping, hydration, movement, any type of movement. They don't have to run a marathon afterwards, but feeling, moving their bodies however it feels good to them. This is the foundation. So if you help your client set themselves up for success with that, then great. If the client came to you because they are not able to do those things, if you did a great job in the sessions, they are going to prioritize that anyway. So it's a win-win for everybody. But definitely have your client do these basic self-care things. No, it is not enough to just get a massage. A massage is not that going to be, it's not going to be useful if the client is dehydrated, because then Well, what's the point? There's not going to be circulation, and the waste products from the massage are really just going to stay stagnant if they're not hydrating, right? So very, very important, or they're not moving. So very, very important to help your clients prioritize this. And last thing is to test. If you do not know how to test, there are so many videos here with regards to that. Comment below testing to ensure that you know how to do it. There's going to be more detailed trainings that I can give you, so comment testing below to know how. But if you don't test your clients at the end of the session, then the real world has the potential to break them, and it will, because that's life. Life is full of challenges. It's not just sunshine and rainbows. Meanwhile, your client is in your session and they're like, yes, I definitely feel that I can have a restful sleep today. And maybe they do. Maybe they do need a recording for 30 days. But what if 6 months from now, something completely disastrous happens and there's a lot of stress, increased stress in their lives, and they stop sleeping and the recording doesn't work anymore? And because you haven't tested, they don't have the resiliency with regards to the insomnia that they used to feel. This is why hit or miss results happen, and sometimes the results don't last because hypnotherapists do not test. So if you want a training on that, definitely check that out. Comment testing below, and I will give you that information. So again, if you want to speed up client results, first one is to give them a conscious task, or give themselves a conscious task. Number two is make sure the pillars of health, which is sleep, movement, nutrition, hydration, going up in sunlight, movement, that your client actually does them. Again, no need to go completely crazy on them. At least doing it within the week or two consistently after your session is going to set them up for success. And number three, definitely test your clients out to ensure that the problem no longer exists by the end of your session, and that your transformation is robust and resilient, because then that will last over time. And not only that, it can help your client problem solve right then and there and become more adaptive instead of getting really swayed by life's normal challenges. So I hope this helps. Let me know which one was the most helpful for you via the comments below, and I will see you shortly.